Do you get the Sunday Scaries? That is what my daughter calls it when she's describing the Sunday night before the Monday work week. Well, I've come to where I actually get the Friday Scaries. So I used to look forward to my weekends, and now I am starting to dread Fridays because I know it's closer to Monday. And having that Monday where, you're looking forward to the whole work week, and that's a 5 days ahead of you, is terrifying. And it's almost like it's a little PTSD. And I'm making light of it and I'm making a joke of it, but really I am sincere. I mean, it is a real thing and it is a real problem. And I think more so for people in my age, but really I think most anybody can relate to it. And it's not that there's anything wrong with my job. Like, I have a great job. In fact, I think it's probably the best job that someone could have, especially in my age bracket, just because it's a mix of admin and up and moving around in facilities. But it is unnatural to be so confined. I think of it like you put an animal in a cage and they're just going to want to escape, It doesn't matter how pretty that cage is or how comfortable that cage is. They want to get out. It's natural. It's instinctive. And I think that the typical work schedule, the impact that work has on our lives. Oh my gosh, there's a blue jay right in front of me with a peanut in his mouth. I don't know where he got the peanut, but that's kind of cute. But anyhow, I'm easily influenced by beauty. Yeah, it's not natural. Just picture like when we were kids. I remember being in school, sitting there trapped in my desk all day. And you got to go to the bathroom. You got to raise your hand. You have to have permission. You're hungry, but lunchtime isn't, for 2 more hours. And I remember just being tired. You didn't sleep good that night, but you're required to sit there and keep your eyes open and remain alert. And it's just all of this confining behavior. And then we move into or out of school and into our work, and we face the same thing. Maybe everybody doesn't feel this way, and I hope everybody doesn't. And I know there's people out there. I've never met one, but I know there's people out there who must wake up and go, oh, I can't wait to go to work. Or, I can't wait to go to work tomorrow. I'd rather be at work than be at home. I can't even imagine that feeling because it seems unnatural. Unless you're going to work doing something that brings you so much joy that you'd be doing it on your own if you didn't have that work, condition or confinement, whatever. But anyways, I am having the Saturday Scaries. I had the Friday Scaries yesterday, and I know tomorrow is going to be horrific on Sunday. And it, like I said, it is about being confined and not being able to do what we're supposed to do. So I feel very strongly now that I have gotten older that we were designed to do something very individual. Each one of us, it's different for each of us, but we're put on earth here to fulfill some sort of growth, personal growth, and maybe personal growth that affects other people. And that gets hindered in this whole process of what is expected of us throughout our life and what we're trained to do and what we ultimately end up doing, most of us. There are some who can escape this cycle somehow, and I wish that for everybody, of course, but we know that that is not the case. But I'm doing this video because not just to rant about, about the stress and the fear of that entrapment that we face every week. I'm doing this video because at my age, I have learned that there is another purpose here, and that in hindsight, if I could go back, that I would do my life so differently. And I'm hoping that somebody hears this message and has the opportunity to take that to heart, maybe learn from their elders, which is me, and can make some changes in their lives or some adjustments. Now, I started YouTube about 3 years ago. I have 2 other channels, one very successful, one not successful, but only not successful because I'm not putting into it. And I'm not putting into it what I need to because I'm so tired. I'm so drained by the time I get home, and I have all these wonderful ideas because when I do it, it does fine. But it takes a lot of energy. It's a decorating channel, which I love, and that's where my heart and soul is, and I know that that's something I'm supposed to be doing, and I don't do it because I'm so tired and I'm so drained by the time I get home. There's just nothing left, and on the weekends often that's the case too. And I started this channel because, you know, there's 2 sides to me. There's the creative side. Well, the creative side's all over, but I want to do that decor stuff. But I also, as I'm aging, have all these messages that I feel like I need to share with people. And so, of course, that other channel didn't fulfill that. But I started this one, and this is a message that has just been ringing in my head for so long. Like, I was supposed to do YouTube to express my creativity and to, I think, share some of my life skills and knowledge that I've gained over the years. And so that's the part of me that if I could, I would go all in, you know. I really want to. And I feel like for most of us, we have something like that. You probably know what it is. You have something that you know you were put here to do, whether you're a writer or a painter or a fitness motivator. You know, you have something that you were put here to do. Or maybe you take care of elderly and it's your passion and you love it. But then you get stuck in the grind because you have to work to survive and pay your bills and support your family. And so you can't do those other things. But meanwhile, we're all at work and we're struggling to make it and dreaming of bigger things. And this message is about recognizing what that is for you and maybe working toward that sooner in life. Because I will tell you, you will wake up one day and you will be 59 years old, like I am. I'm going to be 60 in September, so I might as well just call me 60. You will wake up and you will be 60 years old, and you will be looking back at your life going, I worked my whole life, and I'm really kind of in the same place I was when I started. Because you'd think you work on something, you're working towards something, and eventually you're going to accomplish that. Well, we don't really have pensions anymore, so you're not working toward a comfortable retirement. You know, that's kind of gone. And maybe you're good at saving and penny pinching, but it's hard to do in this kind of economy and inflation growth. But the one thing I do know is that there's something inside of you that you dream about and that is pulling you toward another place. And how would you even accomplish that with things the way they are? I don't know. But I know that the sooner you do it, the better, because it's a lot easier to start something, you know, when you're younger and you don't have all of these commitments and all of these worries. Like when you get older, you're worrying about retirement and you're taking care of your kids, and even if they're going off on their own, they need a life boost in this economy. And so starting something when you're younger is ideal. If you're in our age bracket, it's not to say it can't be done. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm going to work every day and I'm grinding, and then I come home and I do it as much as I can, but I'm so limited because of my energy level. And that's what changes with age, that energy level. That's what will be crippling you. But still, you've got to do it, because what else is there? You reach our age and you go, well, I'm 60 now, then trust me, you will be. You will be 60. And I am, looking back and going, boy, what would happen if I would have followed that internal light that I know was given to me? What if I would have followed that when I was younger? What I could have accomplished with it. And not to say that, there's anything like I have some special light or anything. I mean, we all have it. We all have something. I don't know what it is for you. What is it for you? I don't know. But I know with every bone in my body and any little ounce of elder wisdom that I have, it is not to sit at a desk every day for 18 years and then to go sit at another desk for eternity, Monday through Friday, and hope for something exciting to happen on your one-day work week. Because let's face it, Sunday's not a day off. Sunday is a get ready for work day. Get your laundry done, get your food in the fridge so you have something to take to work all week and to eat off of when you get home. Clean your house, all that. That's what Sundays are. That's why they're the Sunday Scaries, because all day you're reminded of what's coming next week. So I know that's not what you were designed to do. It's not possible. It's not possible that you were put here to do that. So whatever it is for you, take any little piece of that you can and work toward it. I don't care what age you're at. So I'm 60 now. So I was 56 when I started YouTube. That's pretty freaking old. And I'm not saying that, it's anything major or it's going to pay my bills or anything, but it is life-changing in that I'm feeling like I'm finally doing something that I knew I was supposed to do. And I know that because I heard once before that if you're doing something that you would be doing even if you weren't getting paid, that's me. Yeah. One of my channels makes a little money, but for the most part, it's free. And no, actually it costs money to do it, but I would be doing it anyways because it's my purpose and it feels so good to be doing that. And it's not a money thing. And now I'm writing, I'm doing some of the things I love to do. And I just wish that for you. So this is kind of for the younger generation, maybe to get started earlier, for the older generation to do it regardless of where you're at, because it's so self-fulfilling. And I find it hard to believe that there's many people out there that get that same feeling from their job, I mean, I have an education too. I went to college. I have a degree in psychology. So I did that work too. So I did the grind of kindergarten through 18, and then I did college. And I did that later in life when I finally started seeing this, when I finally started realizing that I was put here for something else. It was time to start working towards things. So I didn't graduate college so I started late with everything. And so I'm speaking from experience, and I will tell you, my life really changed. My fulfillment out of life really changed when I started doing the things that I felt like I was put here to do. The self-fulfilling things, the things like my education, because I needed to do that for myself, because I thought that I was never good enough, in my earlier years. Like only smart people did that, or people who came from affluent families, not people like me, and so I had to do that for myself just to prove that, that I'm capable and that I'm going to get that personal growth that I deserve and that was planned for me. And by doing that and being able to get that degree, boy, I remember the day I got it, I went to my mailbox and I literally fell to the ground and cried because I really didn't think I was capable of finishing it and attaining it. But I did it, and I did it with children at home, you know, working full time, all of that. And it happened. So that gave me the energy and support and enthusiasm to know that I'm capable and I could do other things. And I knew there were things I was put here to do. And it's to express my creative side and to share and to encourage and support. So that's what I'm doing here. It's not just to complain about the Sunday Scaries, although that's a real thing. And I'm making light of it, but I'm also being serious about it. It's an indicator. It's like, if you're feeling that way, and I know you all aren't, but if you are feeling that way, then life is telling you something. Life is telling you that this is not what you were designed to do. And so whatever that is for you, I hope and pray that you can reassess that today and you can start doing or working toward doing. Now, in order to do some of the things that I did, I had to cut my hours back a little bit. That is financially shocking. I mean, very, very difficult. But I knew I had to do that. And I'm at a point right now where I know I have to take step number 2, which is even more difficult. Now remember, like I said, we don't have pensions. I don't have retirement. I don't have anything like that. So that is terrifying. But what's more terrifying to me is to shrivel up in that office chair, or not just the office chair, any chair anymore, which I have spent 3/4 of my life in, and any confinement, any caging in, you know, freedom is more important than money, and I will figure it out. I don't know how, but I will adjust. I didn't feel like I could do it. I don't feel like I can do this next step, and everyone tells me not to do it, but I know it's coming. I know that there's part of me that is blooming, that needs to continue to be watered and needs to continue to grow. And I cannot do that in a chair, in an office, and coming home exhausted and having to survive for the day. There's more to life. There's another part of you that needs to grow. And I just encourage you to find what that is for you. For everybody, it's unique, and we each have something to give with that part of us, that, you know, that special light that's inside of us that's unique to us. So anyhow, that's it for the day. I'm getting the weekend scaries, and I thought, you know, I need to talk about this with you and just hope that it encourages you in some way. And if you don't get the weekend scaries, then, you know, no power to you. That's great. But I don't think that's the majority. And maybe you're somebody who has this glorious pension and you're working towards something beautiful, but I don't think that happens for all of us anymore so much. And as a 60-year-old, you know, I have the retirement scaries. That's what I have. But I don't want to go down in my grave without doing some of the things that I love to do and that I was designed to do. So anyhow, that's it. That's my rant for the day. And I hope in some way it encourages and inspires you. Please let it encourage and inspire you, because now I'm feeling like I'm put here to say that to you today. I don't know why, but I woke up and it was like, I've got to talk about this. And here I am in my car. I never intended to talk about things in my car. I always see that on YouTube, but then here I am, I'm in my car, but you know, it's so comfortable. I have my heated seat. It's good lighting, so I don't have to set up lights. And it's so quiet. Like, I don't have to worry about anything else in the house, you know, the dog barking or anything like that. So that's it for the day, and happy Saturday. I hope that you are going to have a great weekend, and I hope you have a good work week as well. Alrighty, thanks. Bye.